Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Great.
It's good to see that you all are alive and well. My name is Rachel Dickerson, and last year I graduated from Dr. Harry A. Wise Junior High School. I'm currently a sophomore at Campbell University in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, and I'm currently majoring in graphic design and studio art. It was my job for my team to serve as the college advisor.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Shakayla Haynes. I'm 17 years old and I recently graduated among the first students from Fairmont Heights High School. Well, the Information Technology Academy students from Fairmont Heights High School. I'll be attending Chowan University in the fall as a psychology major, and I serve as the project manager for my team. I also take on the science leader from the STEM aspect.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Dozier. I recently graduated from Siouxland High School in May, and I'm going to attend Prince George's Community College in the fall and major in information technology. For my team, I took on the technology aspect of STEAM, and it was my primary job to come up with effective design and marketing strategies to implement in the creation of our mobile app.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tevin Durant. I'm going to be attending UNC Charlotte in the fall to get my computer science degree. My job for this team was to be the engineering aspect, which means I helped create the mobile application by taking together all of my teammates' ideas so that we can provide for the Palmer Park and Kentland area.
So it was my role to serve as the arts part of STEAM. By doing this, we created and branded our logo in order to meet our audience's attention. So our name for our team is Hand for a Hand, and our slogan is, "A helping hand can change the land." What's original about our logo is the fact that it was created from scratch by using Adobe Illustrator. The representation of our two hands is the fact that one hand represents the community of Kentland and Palmer Park, and the other is our team, well, our company, Hand for a Hand. A helping hand can change the land. Our slogan, we really thought in depth about this because we feel as though if the community extends their hand to us, in return, we would like to extend our hand to them in order to make a better environment in a more essential area and to no longer include it as a TNI area.
Before we move on, I'd like to acknowledge that we also have two other teammates that couldn't make it today because of prior arrangements, but they were very active in our presentation, and we have an audio clip of one of our teammates to help us with the slides.
Okay, so our TNI area is Kentland and Palmer Park, located in Landover, Maryland. Now, Kentland and Palmer Park has a multitude of key indicators that makes it a TNI area, but in the development of our solution, we decided to narrow it down to three main indicators that stood out the most to us. These three main indicators include low-income families with limited commercial resources, high unemployment rates, and academic regression. And here are a couple of photos we took during our tour of the community of important landmarks, such as the community centers and a senior citizen home and a couple of parks.
Well, Alexis was supposed to speak, but because it's not working, this is our incident rate chart. Basically, as you can see, between 2011 and 2014, crime in the Kentland and Palmer Park area was hectic and bad. But we're more than halfway through the year, and it's August, and as you can see, it's at 173. The crime rate, everything that goes on within the area, and that's low. That's great.
To assault, to theft, to auto stolen cars. This is the
You started when you're ready.
Well, Alexis will now give you a brief overview of what I was about to say.
incident rate chart. As you can see, from 2011 to 2014, crime has been a huge problem in the area. Crime incidents vary from breaking and entering, to assault, to theft, to auto stolen cars and parts. As we progress through the year, incidents are not occurring as rapidly. We are in August, more than halfway through the year, and with only 173 incidents that have happened. I say that is pretty good.
On this slide, we have our job rate chart. On the left-hand side, we have Prince George's County as a whole, and on the right-hand side, we have Maryland as a state. Over the past 10 years, as you can see on both charts, they've been fluctuating, but over the last 5 years, they've been decreasing over time. At the bottom on the pie chart, we have white collar and blue collar jobs. White collar jobs take up 65.8% of the jobs, and blue collar jobs take up 34.2%. An example of a blue collar job would be a manual labor job such as a mechanic or a plumber, and a white collar job would include, let's say, an office setting like an accountant or an attorney.
Alexis will now give us an overview of our education rate chart.
These are the education rates in Landover. As you see, no high school and some high school rates are very low, which means a lot of people in the area do graduate from high school. However, as they get to college, either they stop going or they only get some college education. So that is very high. It's almost 40% of people that only have some college. And that means that they don't pursue and keep going to get their degree. So this is why our mobile application can help the community and those who want to further their education but need help doing it.
This leads to our hypothesis. If Hand for a Hand can create a successful mobile application, then we can share the resources and information to the citizens of the TNI area. Our solution is that if we use the resources and the information provided to us by nonprofit organizations and our other reliable sources, then we can connect the citizens of the TNI areas to resources and information that would have not previously been available to them. For example, our map hosts a GIS-enabled employee service which hosts a map of available jobs within a 10-mile radius. On the map, we'll be able to separate the jobs by full-time, part-time, and seasonal jobs. You'll also have a brief description and maybe the hourly rates on there as well. We'll host a calendar of events to connect the citizens to important events in the community, and also different community, county, educational, and senior citizen services as well.
That now leads us to the 3 questions that we developed as a company. What if, why, and how? So what if we give the community a more and efficient way to access these resources? It might be easier to grab and keep their attention. What if we connect with the Victory House Senior Citizen Home in Palmer Park to establish transportation services and food services for the senior citizens that are not available to do that? What if we connect with nonprofit organizations such as Men Aim and Hire to provide tutoring, mentoring, and scholarships to provide for the youth in the area? This now leads us to why. Well, why do we want to do this? We obviously want to do this because the Kenland and Palm Park area is an unincorporated area. The lack of employment in the area stems from not having a variety of commercial properties being available to them.
Okay, wait. Like, I would like to stray away from the presentation for a second, because I just like to point out that I've seen several people pull out their phones, and I feel like Hand for a Hand is onto something. Like, for example, what if you all didn't have jobs right now, and you would like to walk around your neighborhood? Our app will help with that because you'll be able to see the available jobs within your community. Also, what if some of you have children and they need tutoring services? You'll be able to look on our application to find which nonprofit organizations provide those tutoring services for your children. I was just trying to say that.
And that means put your phones away too, is what you was trying to say.
That now leads us to our how. By seeking information about the highs and the lows of the community, we can actually interpret these problems and come up with a solution with it by creating a mobile application.
Now we get to my favorite part of the presentation where we talk about the mobile application. Wireframing is the basics of the application in which we create still images of what we want each page in the app to look like. And we use that as sort of a brainstorming tool to guide us while we do development. These are our first 2 wireframes that we created. The first is our homepage, which includes the title, the logo, and our slogan. The second is our Teach Prince George's page, which includes mentoring services, tutoring, donations, and scholarships, all of which provided by nonprofit organizations that we've worked with. This is our wireframes for the Higher Prince George's page. On this would be a large map that includes all the jobs available within Prince George's County, and each job will be highlighted and would be separated by full-time, part-time, and seasonal. And each job would also have a tiny description provided by the employer. And all of these jobs that we've gotten have been given to us, or at least their information has been given to us by OHRM, the Human Resources Department of Prince George's County. And these two wireframes are our Contact Prince George's pages. These pages include lists of numbers that people can use to get county resources or file complaints. These numbers also have descriptions that include when and why you should be calling this number, and these were provided to us by our very own here at the OIT offices. And now we're going to transition to a live demonstration where my two teammates here will provide iPads for the judges so they can follow along in the app. We also have a tiny video here so that people in the audience can follow along as well. So from our wireframes, we came up with this. This is what our application looks like now. We have our 4 tabs. This one's mentoring, which includes 3 different nonprofit organizations that we personally worked with. Same goes for tutoring. It also includes information so you know how to get there and how to contact them. The next page is donations. So if you want to provide to these nonprofit organizations, you can. And our final page will be scholarships. This includes a long list of scholarships that we've gathered so that students or aspiring students can get funding for their college careers. And each of those sub-tabs also includes a link that leads to the nonprofit organization's website or the scholarship application. This is what we're most proud of, the job portion of our app, which includes a map that's the entirety of PG, or Prince George's County.
Unless you're born here.
The first tab is query, so you can sort the jobs by title or by bus stop location. The next is more aesthetics. The base map gallery allows you to change what the background looks like and how the map looks. There's a different tab for directions, so people can find out how to get to where they're trying to go from where they are. And the final tab, which is going to take a little bit to load, is going to show a list of descriptions, hourly rates, and things that were supposed to be provided to us from the employer, as you can see right there. And just to reiterate what I said before, previously we were just zoomed into our personal area, the Kentland Palmer Park. But as we zoom out, you'll see that this map covers the entirety of Prince George's County. So everyone can benefit from this app and not just our TNI area.
And that is our live demonstration.
Very good.
Thank you. This now leads to our publishing slide. Compared to all the solutions that you've heard, I feel like ours is more efficient because, as you can see, while the mobile app Hand for Hand is not available to the public today, it will be available next week to the Apple stores, Google Play, and Windows.
Wow.
So in the future, we plan to continue updating and improving our mobile application, as well as broadening our target audience, not just to the people of Kentland and Palmer Park, but to all TNI areas, and then eventually to the entirety of Prince George's County.
So we only had 3 weeks to complete this application, so this is only phase 1 of our application.
I'm sorry.
This is only phase 1 of our application and only step 1 into venturing into creating a better community. We'd like to partner with our other teams to host the solutions that they came up with as well, so you can keep up with us, see what we did over the summer, and just to enforce these solutions into the community. And in the future, we just want to make it better. We want to keep building onto our app to create it to make it better.
We would like to now acknowledge and say thank you to our county exec, Sharon Baker, because without you implementing this program, first of all, we wouldn't have jobs. Second of all, we wouldn't be making those communities and those areas better. So I would like to extend a thank you. We would also like to thank Gabrielle McConnell for helping us out. She served as our T&I lead for the Kentland Palm Park area, and she actually provided us with a lot of insight that we didn't know about the area. We would also like to thank our very own OIT's Calvert Smith for helping us with the app and helping us develop it. We would also like to thank Glenn Maines, who's not here, but we would like to thank him for just having an extra hand in our project and helping us be better. I would also like to thank Dinesh Kumar, who's also not here, but he also helped work with Tevin, our engineering STEAM person, to code our app so it could be the development that you see today. We'd also like to thank Mr. Patrick Callahan in the back. He is our GIS manager at OIT, and he helped us come up with this amazing map so you can see the available jobs, see other T&I areas, and see what can be available to the people. And we would also like to thank Mr. Jane. I think he's in the back.
Oh, he's over here.
Oh, over here. We would like to thank you for coming out and talking to us. I'm so sorry. We would like to thank you for coming out and talking to us and actually helping us create our app, because without you, we probably wouldn't know where to start. And text can't really explain how thankful we are for the both of you, Ms. Sandra and Mr. Bernard. Without you guys, I really don't know where we would be. And that's speaking on everybody. You guys helped us throughout this whole process, and we're very grateful, and you're just amazing.
I'm sorry. I'd like to additionally give a thanks to Valerie for working with all of OIT Summer Youth and extending her time to be with us. Not to be with us, but to help us.
Question, judges?
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that now with respect to T&Is, there's an app for that. But the question is, can you expand this app to include all the T&I areas?
Yes, that's what we would like to do in the future.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a very, it's a good app. It's functional, because what we hear from the community a lot is they don't have the information.
Yes.
And this kind of brings the information to them, so this is, I think, well thought out and well prepared app. Great job.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost limitless, where you can take this. I mean, in terms of creating a community hub all across, not just county agencies, businesses, community activities. I mean, you can really tie the entire county together through an app. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The job posting app, the part of the app for that, do the companies go in and put their jobs available, or do you manage that internally? How does that work?
We manage that internally. We would like to, as teenagers, or speaking on teenager and adults, we would like to just look at certain jobs that they would maybe be interested in. So we decide to look online and choose. So, and of course we'll like to add more, but we would just like to choose certain ones that we think will benefit them and they can have easy access to.
On the education front, I was one of the people to pull out my phone, because Dr. Maxwell had to step out, but I was saying there's something that's very applicable to the school system today, and that's what I was texting him. I leaned over to the head of information technology for the school system, and I asked a question about scholarships, programs available. PGCPS currently has an app that we have, but we don't have all the information. It's all over our website. It's all different places, but the scholarships, the different specialty programs we have available for students, this is very applicable. I actually think we could probably sit down in the next couple of weeks and figure out ways to start compiling this information and using this app concept to help us get the information out for us in the school system.
We like to work. You too.
Any other questions? Okay, so at this
Yeah.
time, thank you guys so very much. At this time,